Hello, welcome my dear learners to our second episode on the mathematics vocabulary in English. And just a quick reminder that in the previous lesson we dealt with the basic mathematics vocabulary in English, such as the basic or the foundational types of equations, the different geometrical shapes, and the different angles. However, in this lesson, we will try to deal with more advanced symbols, equations, and we will try to put them in the context. And starting with our first symbol, as you can see here, this small 2 that you generally find at the top of the different numbers means that the same number is multiplied by itself. And here, it means that 5 multiplied by 5, and it is read as squared. And this is just an example of the way you read it. So we have here 5 squared, okay, this refers to 5 squared, okay, it is read as squared, is 25. Moving to the second symbol, which is this small 3, and it refers to cubed. And the way to read it is 2, okay, this number, 2 cubed, okay, it is read as cubed. So 2 cubed equals 3, and it means that 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So it equals 8. The third symbol that we have is the small 4 at the top of the number. And starting from here, the way to read it changes to the power, okay? And all the numbers, different numbers. So you will read it as 3, the number, to the power of 4, to the power of 4. The same thing for 5, 6, and etc. Okay, all the different numbers. 3, which is this number, to the power of 4. Okay, or to the power of 5, to the power of 6, is 81. The last number or the symbol that we have is 10, and it has the same way of reading. So you will read it as 2, the number, to the 10th power. You can say it to the power of 10 or to the 10th power, is 1024. Another important type of symbols that we encounter a lot is the root, and it is represented by this symbol. So starting with the first example, when you find the root by itself followed with a number, it means that the square root of that number, and it is read as the square root, okay, the square root of that number, 9 is 3. It gives you the result. However, when you find a small 3 at the top of the root, it means that the cube root, and it is read as the cube, okay, the cube root of 63. And when you find a small 5 at the top of the root, it is read as the 5th, okay, the 5th root of the number. So the 5th root of 32. Moving to other important symbols, we have the symbol of P, okay, which stands for the value of 3.14. So this is the symbol of P. And of course, we will try to put it in a more complicated equation in order to know how to read it, okay? And this is our equation. So the way to read it is E to the power of P, since it is written in small size and at the top of the original number. So E to the power of P I equals minus 1, as it is written in this expression, okay? The other symbol, or the next symbol that we have, is the symbol of sigma, okay, or the sum of term. And of course, we'll try to put it in the context in this equation. And we will read it as follows. Sum, okay, the sum of a I x to the power, okay, to the power of I or to I from not in mathematics or 0, okay? You can say it in either ways. So from not or 0 to n, okay? You can look at this expression in order to know how to read it. The third symbol that we have is omega, okay? And of course, you will encounter a lot with this symbol, okay? Which is the product of terms, okay? And I will show you an example how to read it. As you can see in the provided example of this equation, we'll show you how to read it. So product, okay? This is, as we said, product, okay? Product of b m from 1 to infinity, okay? And this is the symbol of infinity. So this is the symbol of product, and this one is the symbol of infinity. Moving to the next symbol that you will find also, we have this symbol, which is element, okay, or part of element, okay? And in the provided example, we have x is an element, okay? X is an element of a. X is an element. This is element of a. While when you find it crossed, okay, the element crossed means is not an element, okay? If we replace it here, we'll say x is not an element of a. And here we have some additional important symbols, okay? Starting with the first one, these two vertical lines, and the middle there is the number, which means the absolute value, okay? These two vertical lines mean absolute value of the number inside, and here we have the absolute value of the x, okay, when you find two vertical lines. The next one, which is the arrow with two or pointing to the two directions, okay, above the number, means the line, okay? And here we have it line xy, line xy. The third one is a line above the numbers, okay? A simple line above the numbers, which is segment, okay? Segment xy. This is segment. This is line. This is segment, okay? But try to make a difference, okay, between them. And when you find also a line or an arrow with directed to the right, okay, here above the number, it means ray. This is ray. Ray x y. And for these points, okay, many points, or when you find a lot of points, this is ellipsis. This is called ellipsis, okay? Another one is an arrow pointing to the two directions with two lines, okay? This one has only one line. This is line, okay, called line. But when you find it with two lines and pointing to the two directions, it means equivalent, okay? Is equivalent. When you find two numbers, one number is from this side, and then you find this arrow to the other number, means this number is equivalent to the other number. And here, when you find also this arrow with two lines pointing to the right, means implies, okay? And is read as implies. And this F, concerning this F, it means integral, okay? This stands for integral. And also I have brought you an additional equation in order to know how to read it, okay? Here we have an equation with brackets, and yeah, you will read it as follow. We have 2 minus 3 in brackets, okay? You will read it as in brackets, multiplied by, or here times. Use whatever you want. So 2 minus 3 in brackets times 6 plus 1 equals minus 5. So by this explanation, we have reached the end of our mathematics vocabulary episodes. I hope they were beneficial for you, and if you have any area you are willing to learn about, just mention it in a comment and I will do my best to bring you something helpful about it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share it with your friends. See you in more videos.